So Dan Campbell did not go for it on 4th and goal from the 3 at the end of the first half. He took the field goal that made it 24-7. But he did go for it on 4th and 2 from the 28 mid-third quarter, and Josh Reynolds dropped the pass. And Dan Campbell did go for it on 4th and 3 from the 30 mid-fourth quarter, and Jared Goff's scramble pass fell incomplete. Obviously, Dan Campbell's battle cry all season has been, we go for it. So, Keyshawn, what did you think of his decisions in the NFC Championship game?
Mistakes. Skip, Michael and I talked about it throughout the course of the game. This is not the preseason, nor is it the regular season. This is the NFC Championship game to go to Las Vegas. You get points. You're on the road. Take the points. He decided, although you look at it in hindsight, you go back, you say, okay, it was good play calls. There's no question. Reynolds catches that ball. If Jared Goff on the other one doesn't get flushed out, he's got two guys that's coming open. But I got a kicker that I pay, okay? and I want, he's going to have to show me as a head coach. He's going to miss. You're going to have to show me, Skip. You can't make it for me to make that decision not to do it. I'm not talking about in pregame warm-ups. I'm not talking about in practice on Friday. I'm literally talking about in the game. You're going to have to show me you can't kick a 40-plus yard field goal and make it. I think Dan made some major mistakes because, as I said before, he's thinking like a player, not like a coach. When you think like a player, we want to go for it. We want to, like, come on, we want to go for it. We want to get 7. We want to extend the drive. A coach sits back and he goes, what do you think? What do you think? Field goal team go out. That's what a coach does. But he's thinking like a player, like you said, Skip, tough. We've been doing it all year long. We go for it. Got to take a step back sometimes. Now, as he slept on that plane, or lack thereof, flying back to Detroit, all night long, he's sitting up saying to himself and second-guessing himself, we'll never know that, but I can promise you he's second-guessing himself because you want those 6 points. If you had those 6 points, you put the pressure on the San Francisco 49ers now to call the game different, to do things differently. I think Dan screwed this completely up. I think he did.
Right. And you say the 6. Just give me the 3 and go up 17.
Yeah, give me the 3.
You go up 17 prior to that Ayuk play happening. We don't, if you kick the field goal there, now you kick the ball off, and you say, let's play ball. 17 points down.
I'm calling it different.
They talked about how San Fran was in the locker room. He said they were quiet. There was not much noise going on. Everybody was quiet. I want to continue to put water on that fire. And when you come out and kick that field goal and you're up 14, now you go up 17, that's a little more water on whatever fire they're trying to rekindle. I keep talking about hope would dictate effort. Now you lose a little hope and you lose a little effort. You don't kick that ball. And then that Brandon Ayuk play happens. Everybody's in the huddle saying, it's a whole new game now. We scored this touchdown. We're down 7. It's a whole new game.
By kicking
and
the
that's
field
what
goal
happened.
You flip that field. You know, they don't get the ball where they
you don't
get it.
You get it.
They don't get it at the 25-yard line.
That's what and that's what I was saying. That's just that was a bad decision. I know it worked for you in the regular season. This ain't the regular season.
Not.
And when it didn't work in the regular season, you had next week. There is no next week. We'll see you next year.
All right, Dan Campbell did a phenomenal job of getting that squad to those moments.
Absolutely.
He did an all-time off-the-charts, out-of-this-world job of getting them to 24-7 at halftime of the NFC Championship game as a 7.5-point dog at their place. Okay, Michael might know this expression. It's an old Texas expression. You played for a while in Dallas. It's made famous by Bum Phillips and Darrell Royal at Texas, but it's you dance with who brung you. And Dan Campbell knows it because he's from Texas, played at Texas A&M, played for the Dallas Cowboys. But the idea is you don't lose your identity as the stakes get higher and higher. You dance with who brung you. That's why what shocked me, where he first played out of character, was at the end of the first half. You had them so on the psychological ropes, they were doing nothing. They could not stop nothing that you were doing. You know, they gave up 148 yards rushing at halftime. Kyle Shanahan, in 7 years in San Francisco, had never had a team that gave up 148 in an entire football game. So, to me, he second-guessed himself when they got to 4th and goal at the 3 at the end of the half, because you have a chance to go for the throat, man. It's going to be 28-7 if you can cash this. You also have a chance to make a first down there.
Yes.
Okay? So the point is, he said go, and then he had a second thought, and he's like, no. He says, no, field goal. Okay. And I thought the game was close to being over, because somehow to me, and you can call me crazy if you want, 28-7 just feels different than 24-7.
Absolutely.
It just does. It just has a ring to it.
28-10 feels different.
Like you go in the half times, you're the 49ers, you go, what are we doing? What happened? Instead, they went in and well, if we can cut it to 24-14, now it's a 10-point game, right? We get the ball first. So they had not lost hope at halftime. Then in the second half, I can't condemn him for going for it, because the first one, Jared Goff throws a rocket and hits. I don't know how you can throw it any better. Under the circumstance, you just got to catch the Josh Reynolds throw.
Got to catch it.
And then now you get down to 4th and 3 at the 30. And again, now it's all teetering. And Jared Goff, if we could see the play, he gets flushed and he rolls to his right on the 4th and 3 play late in the game. It's mid-4th quarter. And, is somebody open underneath there? Well, there's
right there.
Maybe there, maybe. I don't know what he's throwing to. I'm not sure what's happening here.
In that square, and he's
yeah. I don't know if they're
Williamson coming
underneath.
Yeah.
He's throwing to St. Brown, because St. Brown put his foot in the ground to retrace back to that spot. He threw it in a perfect spot, but St. Brown fell short of it. He just slipped.
I also think he threw a duck. I think it was a bad throw.
No, it was a bad throw. I mean, it's hard to throw when you're on the run like that, back across your body. But he threw it to a perfect spot. St. Brown just couldn't get there.
Right, and if you see all 22s, you'll see also Reynolds was wide open on the square, and he's coming wide open. But Jared did get flushed towards his right, and he couldn't get back all the way to his left to catch him. I mean, he was wide open on that square. Yeah. I don't know if Jared even saw him, if he would say, I don't know, you just dropped that pass anyway and put it back
remember,
down.
Josh Reynolds had dropped 2 in the second half. He dropped a 3rd and 9 pass.
Yeah, and so for me, when I look at that with Dan and Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, either run the ball there or kick a field goal.
Okay.
You just run the ball or kick a field goal, man. That's you got big boy pants on. You got Gibbs. You want to bully him.
4th and 2.
4th and 2.
That's a long run.
No, it is a long run, but you've been gashing them prior to that.
Just gashing them.
Just go back
they had
and
no
do
answer.
it. Just because they stopped 2 or 3 plays in the run game, don't all of a sudden get scared.
Yeah,
That's scared when you abandon something.
Right, and they did it again on the goal line, went forward and ran down there and got stopped. 2 yards, it's a long way.
No, it is.
I say you kick that field goal right there.
No,
if it's 4th and inches, if I got a 4th and inches, and it's just, let's just go man on man, I'm with what that offensive line was doing. But 4th and 2, I'm going up 3 more points, and I'm going to
Did you guys first guess it when you're watching together? Did you say kick the field goal?
Absolutely.
We were saying
kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal. We were uttering it. Kick the field goal. What are you doing? Kick the field. Don't do this. Don't be. We were like, don't do this. Don't do. And he wouldn't. And then he. Oh my God!
There was some other things that were said in between.
It wasn't like that. Yeah, it was. But we were saying kick the field goal.
Is it possible he didn't trust a kicker? They just added 4 games back, Michael Badgley. I don't know how good he is.
4 for 4. Yeah. One outside of 40 yards. And he had 1, and I got to make him make another one, or I can tell the people. We had it.
That's what I'm saying.
We just missed the field goal.
That's what I'm saying,
and it's not on me. We didn't lose the game on decisions.
I need my kicker to make me make a bad decision by having you kick. If you miss, that's me. I should have known better. But you got to show me you can't make it. You got to show me you can't make it, because you're on the roster because I believe you can make these kicks. So why wouldn't I use you?
Maybe you're on because you believe the other guy couldn't make those kicks, right?
Same thing, though. It's the same thing. You're on my roster because I need somebody to kick these field goals. Because here's what I would say in this situation. If it's 4th and 2, and it's the end of the game and you need him to kick the field goal, are you trotting him out, or are you going to go for it? That's a different decision.
You're trotting him out.
You're trotting him out. So why not trot him out now?
Okay.
To go up, like Michael's saying.
And then even to come to the podium afterwards and say, hindsight is fine, but, I got to stick with it. No, just say
I should have,
I should have done something different.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it on the way home.
Because you're in this place, you have lost this game. Don't ride it out. No more tough stuff. Just say, man, we obviously should have done something different. We could have come out on the
I mean,
other side.
you're a half a football away from the Super
Super
Bowl,
Bowl.
and you're up
For Detroit.
24-7. And I'm sure at halftime, because you picked the Lions, you know,
Oh, I was
Aaron Glenn,
chilling.
you know, you
I
were
was
just
chilling.
like-
I was like a fat cat.
Yeah.
Right.
Me and Mike, we was chilling. Oh, I felt good.
Hey.
Oh, I felt good.
Dan Campbell had a chance
I felt good.
to get Detroit to
thought I
the
was
Super
smart.
Bowl and get him a statue right next to Barry Sanders.
No, seriously.
He would have had a statue right next to Barry Sanders. I don't know, bite the kneecap or whatever he would have been
Bite the
doing.
knee.
But he'd have had a statue.